Yes, we're doing number 2 first. I don't care it's out of order. Just let me discuss the game. Super Mario! You all know who he is. And you'll know the Mario Galaxy franchise / games. It just got a movie. This game was literally one of my many Mario games that took hours out of my childhood. From raging at the damn black holes to the feeling that surge of happiness when I finally beat the final boss. Finally beat the final boss. I loved this game. I wanted to look at what made them so good and how they work so well now. Because for a nearly 20-year-old game, it still holds up. Following Mario Galaxy 1, Mario is headed to the Star Festival, a magic and very rare event where star bits rain from the heavens. Mario arrives at the castle gates where he then ventures forth into the unknown as he sees Bowser back on his usual stick of "Me capture Princess Peach." But this time, he wants control of the universe. Like the last game. From there, you're sent into the stars towards Sky Station Galaxy. You must traverse numerous lands and planets and worlds to help get back the power of the Power Stars. Along the way, you encounter Lubba, and she has a planetoid ship that, when restored thanks to your perilous adventure through the Sky Station, births the Face Ship. Or Starship Mario. Pick a fucking name. And then you're off, beating giant enemies and levels and labyrinths to secure enough Power Stars to get the center of the universe. Simple story, perfectly executed. I love the story of Mario Galaxy, as this game is probably one of the only Mario games to be heavily story relevant. And although the story is the same as the first in essence, it keeps what worked so well in the first one, and in turn allows the other parts of Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 to shine and stand out the most. Speaking of the other parts of Mario Galaxy 2. Much like Galaxy 1, the gameplay is what you'd expect. Fucking awesome. The platform movement in this game still beats out like 90% of 3D platformers today, because if you learn some of the movements such as backflips and long jumps, you can just breeze through levels and basically make it onto a more fun platformer. Not to mention, it feels really good to pull some of these off. Watch this, ready? Oh. What? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, shit. Powers in this game also allow for some cool new platforming and ways to get around. The Fire Flower, Spring Mushroom, and Bee Mushroom return from Galaxy 1. The Cloud Flower, when activated, it gives you 3 platform clouds and lets you walk on them, allowing for you to basically cheese entire levels or to get to places easier. The Drill. This lets you pile drive through craters to reach unknown parts of some levels, and allows for some unique problem solving. And most importantly, and my favourite one of all, the Rock Shroom. When used, Mario turns into a frickin' bowling ball and can thrash around, allowing you to swat hordes of enemies out of the way and break open giant barriers that were once impossible with Spin Jump. Furthermore, and probably the main flagship addition to this game that makes it stand out compared to number 1, we have the appearance and first appearance of Yoshi in a 3D Mario platformer. He has some cool abilities such as being able to pull things with his tongue and of course eat enemies. He can also swing off some platforms, allowing for some other fun chicanery to ensue. In a similar vein, he also, like Mario, has power-ups. He has 3, those being the Dash Pepper, which when eaten lets him zoom across and gets a little boost when jumping. The Bull Berry, which when eaten, Yoshi will glow, revealing some secret platforms necessary to traverse in some levels. And finally, the Blimp Fruit, which when eaten, turns into a fatty that flies through the air. The mix of amazing platforming and powers allows for many playstyles when it comes to Galaxy and Galaxy 2. But unfortunately, some are used more than others, and some are just really powerful and can be used to breeze through levels, like literally. Pranks to Comet randomness from Galaxy 1 is now gone, and they've been replaced with Comet Medals, a series of collectibles that grant specific challenges across all galaxies in the game and are necessary to complete in order to unlock the post-game. They can range from speedruns, Daredevil 1 HP runs, to complete bullshit. It's so impossible, this fucking... Oh my god, I swear to God. I don't know, fine. Mine, and probably many other people's favourite parts of the Galaxy franchise, are the bosses. There's a total of 21 unique bosses, 13 of which are brand new for this title. The 13 include Pee-wee Piranha, Giga Lakitu, Digger Leg, Gobblegut and Fiery Gobblegut, Rolladillo, Sorbetti, Mega Hammer, Glamdozer, Squizzard, Prince Picanti, the Boomsday Machine, and the Womp King. The other bosses are returning characters from Galaxy 1, with only one of them being changed up in terms of how you fight them. These are the Mandibug stack, Bugaboom, which you now have to use the Cloud Flower and not the Bee Mushroom, which makes the fight 10 times easier. The Dino Piranha and Fiery Dino Piranha, King Caliente, Major Burrows, Bouldergeist, and the main man himself, Bowser. Who has 3 boss fights across the game which are just the same thing, but evolve in phases. In the first game, he's a little same-sized lizard turtle that you all know, but he's trying to make a universe, but in this one, he's big. Across the 3 fights, you have to avoid him slamming his fist at the planetoid you fight him on, all whilst pelleting golden meteorites into him in order to defeat him. Across the other 2 fights, he gets these weird purple beams that you have to avoid, and he breathes fire. This all culminates in his final fight where the skull goes off the rails and eats a frickin' Grand Star, the most majestic song of all time plays. Legendary theme, legendary vibe, legendary character. Amazing designs from basically all of the bosses, and honestly have such strong presence when fighting them. Like, they're huge hulking monsters of the unknown, and you have to use your skill and learn their patterns to kill them off. However, in typical Mario boss fashion, they're usually 3-hit kills, so really just take some trial and error if you're not familiar with how to defeat them. Plus, some of the boss themes go absolutely hard, like for no reason, especially Bowser's. The whole idea of having to fight a monstrously sized Bowser is really intriguing. It's really well executed in the final fight, to the point where this might be my favourite final boss fight in Mario, apart from probably Dark Bowser and Bowser's Inside Story. Like, that can't be fucking topped. I wonder if they'll ever do it again, though. Hey, look at that! That's really cool. What makes everyone love this series the most is the atmosphere and vibe. It makes you immersed in these said galaxies, with the soundtrack and levels themselves boosting the atmospheric eeriness of you being in space. Galaxy 2 has some stellar soundtracks, such as the ever-luxurious sounds of Sky Station, the happy and triumphant Fluffy Bluff, to the somber and uniquely creepy yet soothing Slimy Spring. It's just fucking beautiful, man. God damn. Some of my favourite galaxies are to do with these paranormal and stellar themes, such as Boss Blitz, where it's just you in a dark void against the 5 titans from a previous era, to Battle Belt, which is just a labyrinth of you fighting with a really killer and just weirdly eerie yet fast-paced soundtrack just playing through the entire thing. I will say though, the observatory versus the spaceship is like night and day compared to the vibe. In one, you're on a regal and soothing ship where you feel like you're at home, and the other, you're basically a lone traveller. I don't know, there's just something about the vibe of this game specifically. Like, even the happy levels make you question stuff. Like, how did these planets come to exist? And who is the chimp? And what the hell are those things? Oh god! Good god, it marks 90% of video games today. Upon collecting every star in the base game, you're required to head back to the starship and beat the final Bowser fight as Luigi, and in doing so will allow for the green stars to appear. But they're essentially another collectible for you to find, acting like a predecessor to the Power Moons in Mario Odyssey. They require wit, skill, and an insane amount of luck to acquire them, ultimately allowing you to take on the final labyrinth in Galaxy, the Grand Master Galaxy. Giant course full of old enemies and tricks from across the intergalactic journey you've taken, and then once you beat that, you gotta do it again, on 1 HP, which is just so good. Once you've done that, probably the hardest challenge in many of the Mario games, that is how you unlock the final ending of Mario Galaxy, where you find Rosalina just on a planet with a house, making you go back to all the galaxies and actually think about where to go and where to look, and just testing you is such a cool thing for them to do. It actually makes you explore the galaxies and like take them in way more, which makes your experience with the game and the levels just have a much more impactful lasting impression. It's ultimately probably the, I'm gonna say it, the best Mario 3D experience I have had. In conclusion, Mario Galaxy 2 is probably the top 5 game for me ever. It's so good, and since I recently beat it before watching the Mario Galaxy movie, it just made me appreciate the game so much more. The graphics make it hold up, the soundtrack still fucking slaps so much. God bless the orchestra, the Mario Galaxy Orchestra. The level design is just so unique. They haven't kind of matched this vibe of a game since this one. Like, Odyssey comes close, but even then. And there's a reason why people want a Mario Galaxy 3. Like, it's just, imagine this game with new levels, the exact same way it played, new power-ups, all that stuff, man. Like, there's a reason why everyone likes it so much. And it's why it probably sits in my third most favorite game of all time. And eventually I'll get onto the top 2. But for now, this game is amazing. That's going to be it from me. And I hope you have a very, very good day. Fuck Storm Cyclone. Who made it? I want to have a really nice conversation with them.